from Morpeth Harris. Jake Hayward, 9th in the Olympic Games in Tokyo. What a games he had. Fantastic experience for the Cardiff athlete. Callum Elton is a round 8 runners athlete. He's never broken 340. I'm not sure if he will today in these gusting conditions. Neil Gourley has a world qualifying time. UK champion back in 2019, was 2nd the following year, was 6th in the world indoors, by the way, in Belgrade back in March. He's in good form. And Matt Stonia is in there as well, already selected for the Commonwealth Games, the 20-year-old, coached by Chris McGeorge, himself a former Commonwealth Games bronze medalist. So, away they go. Now, how will the times go in this one? It already looks like it's slowing down after initial rush, bit of pushing and shoving in this open play. Nobody goes down. And Wightman in 3rd place, Josh Kerr in 2nd. This is going to be a real game of cat and mouse, almost like a game of chess between the big names as James West eases to the front, but he looks rather reluctant runner, reluctant leader, says the Tonga JC man. Jake Hayward wants to put himself in a good position on the shoulder of the leader. That's where everybody wants to be. We're going to see a lot of changing of positions, I suspect, in this one, Hannah. Probably a click under 45 at 300.
There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on there. Jake Wightman slotting himself on the inside there. That's fine, as long as the athlete in front of you doesn't start slowing. And James West at this stage, with a 61st lap, he'd have no problems. I might expect Jake Hayward to kick kind of a little bit earlier. He hasn't got the 400-metre speed, so 800-metre speed of the likes of Neil Gourley and Jake Wightman and Josh Kerr. They've all done 144, whereas Jake Hayward sitting more on that sort of 147. George Mills, again, he might not want it to come down to an absolute sprint. You open the door to the likes of Matt Stonia if you do that. Neil Gourley, for me at the moment, just a little bit further back than he needs to be at this stage. Jake Wightman getting pushed back there by Jake Hayward as he slots in a little bit tighter to the rail, trying to run that shortest line.
So West, Hayward, Mills, Josh Kerr moving down the outside. Stonia boxed at the moment, back in about 8th place on the inside, the winner of the Emsley Car Mile. And they go through with 2 laps to run, and it has been a much slower 2nd lap. The 1st lap, 60.5. Everybody is there, everybody watching each other. Stonia needs to get off the curb in that red vest of Invicta East Kent. They go through 800 metres. Look at that, 62.5 that lap, 203 at 800. The cat and mouse game continues. Josh Kerr now at the front and controlling things. Jake Wightman back in about 6th place at the moment, needs to start moving up and covering Kerr. Gourley, haven't really mentioned him in that yellow vest of getting up north AC. He's in 2nd place. Wightman watching everything they're doing in 5th.
That was a good move off Neil Gourley. He wasn't in a great position last lap and he managed to glide through. He almost shut off Jake Wightman. At this point, Jake Wightman is looking like he's making it hard for Jake Hayward to get to the front. Josh Kerr, for me, has got the best position here. The top 4 are almost straight across the track. Jake Hayward of Wales trying to get past the 3 Scotsmen, but Josh Kerr leading at the moment. Can he hold on?
Kerr from Gourley. Whiteman now in 3rd place, Hayward in 4th, Mills in 5th. Stonia's got a lot of work to do. He's back in about 7th at the moment as Josh Kerr leads through 1,200 metres at 57.1. There's still not a big acceleration yet. 3 minutes exactly at 1,200 metres as Kerr leads down the back straight. He's the defending champion. Now Whiteman tries to get past and kicks in alongside his teammate. They were running as colleagues, as kids, and Whiteman gets into the lead there significantly ahead of Kerr going into the final bend. Whiteman, Kerr, and Gourley in 3rd place. Hayward has got some running to do yet in 4th place. Mills back in 5th. Stonia's out of it, back in 6th place. As Whiteman kicks to the home. Kerr trying to come back at him. Down the outside, Gourley with that reset of 144 for 800. But is Whiteman going to take it? He's still holding on towards the line and gets it. And Whiteman takes it. Takes the title. And some big names behind him. Gourley was coming through. Kerr loses it on this occasion. Maybe short of racing. Josh Kerr, he hasn't raced much yet this year. Perfectly executed by Jake Wightman. Well, the experience he's accrued over in recent years will be well used there. Let's not forget that he's a 3:29 performer. On paper, both he and Josh Kerr, fabulously fast athletes with sub 3:30 clockings. But Jake Wightman has given everything there. I got his last lap at 53.9. I'm sure that's completely wrong, but as a rough idea of what it was like. And there is his dad. Jeff Wightman, he himself almost broke 4 minutes for the mile. Kath Mary there, an Olympic medalist at 400 metres to the left of picture. And there is one very proud dad, and rightly so. He's had to wait a long time for this, Jake Wightman.
Is that Jake Wightman's first outdoor title? I think we've spoken about this in the past. He's got medals at Europeans, medals at Commonwealths, but he's never won this. And when you had those 4 athletes at that calibre, Josh Kerr, Jake Wightman, Jake Hayward, Neil Gourley, it really mattered in terms of selection where you finished in this race. And I was hoping Jake Wightman might do this. This is the same tactic he employed to win the Rabat Diamond League. It's a big last 200 metres. People talk about kicking from 400 out, but Jake is really starting to master a really deadly last 200. And he executed that super well here. You can see Neil Gourley tried to get past Josh Kerr at 150, couldn't manage it. Josh Kerr held him off. Jake Hayward is just blown down the inside, took a bit of a gamble there. But Neil Gourley coming through for that second automatic spot. And the Olympic bronze medalist is showing quite how he got that by fighting again in that final 20 metres. And are we looking there at our World Championship team?
I think we're right.
Wightman and Gourley automatic. Kerr as a defender, he's coming in with Olympic bronze medal. Heartbreak potentially for Jake Hayward of Wales there. He might have to sit at home.
Has to hand over his title from last year to Jake Wightman, the Edinburgh AC man, who's got a Cockney accent. He's about as much Edinburgh as me, really. But look at those times, 0.63 to 0.66 between Josh Kerr and Jake Hayward. Jake Hayward, the Cardiff athlete, probably, I don't want to predict anything, but probably kept out of the World Championship team by 3/100ths of a second. It was almost on the dive. Great race in that men's 1500 metres, lived up to its billing. But Jake Wightman outsmarting all of them with that big surge at 200 metres to grab the lead.